Would you like to immediately get in front of thousands of prospects who are actively looking for what you have to offer? Do you want a cost-effective way to position yourself as the go-to expert in your industry? Then please pay attention to the strategies I will share in this video to quickly get in front of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of qualified prospects without spending a dime on advertising. My name is John Paul Souza. I am the founder and chief strategist of Social Media Marketing University, the most trusted social media training firm. We've also been recognized as one of the top 5 social media firms by Mashable. At Social Media Magic University, or SMMU as we call it, our 2 core beliefs are very simple. Listen, learn, and implement, and lead with value. In this video series, I'm going to demonstrate those values to you by sharing with you some mini marketing lessons that you can apply immediately to help enhance your visibility and gain market share. In return for providing these lessons, all I ask in return is that you share with me the results that you get from implementing these lessons. Now let's get started. By now you're all aware of the social media website LinkedIn. But you may not be aware of some of the statistics that I'm about to share with you. LinkedIn right now is over 110 million members, and a new member joins each and every second. Unlike other social media sites, such as Facebook, which frown upon doing business in business-related topics, LinkedIn actually encourages you to conduct business. The LinkedIn community is made up of business professionals, small business owners, and entrepreneurs. As such, the average income of the LinkedIn member is far higher than the average income of any other website that is out there. LinkedIn actually reported that the average income of the LinkedIn member is $108,000. This is the absolute dream audience to get in front of because, first of all, LinkedIn encourages you to conduct business, and second of all, the members are affluent. Now let's go to LinkedIn Live right now, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. If you've used LinkedIn at all, you already know that LinkedIn is built around connections. These connections can be people you've worked with, former and current colleagues, or business associates. Your success on LinkedIn is completely dependent upon how many connections you have and the value you provide those connections. The fastest way to provide value is to provide answers to challenges that your other and your fellow LinkedIn members may be experiencing. That really begs the question, how do you know what challenges your fellow members are facing without asking each and every one of them individually, which first of all cannot really happen very easily and is very time consuming. The good news is that LinkedIn has a feature that we call LinkedIn Groups. LinkedIn Groups is where members can join, and each group is built around a specific topic. LinkedIn Groups is an extremely powerful feature that's often overlooked, and I want to share with you how to use LinkedIn Groups to quickly get in front of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of members that may have a use for your products, your services, your offerings, or your expertise. Now let's first assume that you're a tax advisor. Your specialty is helping small business owners save on their taxes. The key thing in groups, first of all, no matter what your domain of expertise is to join groups where your prospects congregate versus joining groups where your peers and your competitors congregate. I could tell you 90% of the people make the mistake because for some reason they want to be with their peers and their competitors versus their prospects. Don't make this mistake. So in this case, your prospects are small business owners and your peers are fellow tax advisors. So make sure, again, you're focusing only on groups where the members are small business owners. To find these groups, it's fairly simple. If we look at the upper right-hand side here, we could type in the phrase small business. Now you see immediately after we click the return button, there's a large group of groups here. I mean, there's a large list of groups here. 4,357 groups that use that key phrase, small business. Now you see the first group here, on startups, has almost 189,000 members. The second group here is drastically smaller, but again, still a very sizable group with almost 15,000 members, Startup Phase Forum. So again, just between these two groups, we're looking at over 200,000 targeted prospects. Now imagine how much time and money this can save you by targeting your efforts online. Again, a targeted effort versus a shotgun effort. LinkedIn has already done the hard work and the heavy lifting for you. LinkedIn has gathered tens of thousands of members already interested in your topic, which again is your target market. Keep in mind, on LinkedIn, you're allowed to join 50 groups. And again, I want to encourage you right now to join as many groups as possible, up to that 50 group limit that has your target market in them. But let's start with one. To join a group, first of all, you're going to click the Join Group button. And depending really upon how the group administrator has created that group, you may get an email that you need to confirm before you're added to that group, or the moderator or the administrator may need to manually confirm you to that group. Now, there's a few certain guidelines that you need to be aware of with joining a group. If any of you have heard me speak before, you need to first of all make sure that you're leading with value. First and foremost, do not spam these groups with your advertisement. No one wants to hear your deal of the day, your offer of the day, or your advertisement on how great your goods, services, and offerings are, because again, you're not leading with value. The best way to raise your visibility is to provide value instead of starting by talking about yourself, which is a common mistake by many LinkedIn members. Correlate this to really a cocktail party. If you go to a cocktail party and people are talking in a group, you're not going to rush into that group and immediately tell everybody what you do and how you can help them. You're going to listen to the conversation and you're going to add value based upon that conversation. So when we take this into context, I'm going to give you two things that you can use to add instant credibility while providing that value. First of all, you can review the questions in the group and respond to them. But before going ahead and reviewing the questions in the group, what you want to do, you want to go ahead and look at the discussions in the group. Now, if we sit here and we look at the discussions that are here. It goes from the latest discussion to the most popular discussion. So let's look at the most popular discussion here. How to know your side project is ready to be a startup. If we look at this, 57 comments. So again, a very popular discussion, and one that obviously a lot of people are keeping up with. And the second is that you want to share a resource that you think can potentially help group members. But when you answer a question or you participate in a discussion, make sure that you're answering or commenting based upon what was asked or what the dialogue before really contained. And what I want you to do is really take a step back. When you're looking at this, just like this group here with 57 comments, you want to actually read this from first comment to last comment to make sure that if you're commenting on this discussion, your comments are on point and relevant to that conversation. No one wants you to jump in without listening to a conversation. That's not going to go over all that well. By taking this approach, you're going to quickly build a reputation as the go-to person in your group and someone that they naturally want to follow. The other approach is to share a resource that can benefit all other members of the group. This resource could be a website link or something on the internet, such as a useful article or a blog post that may be of value to the group members at large. Even more powerful is to post an announcement that you're actually doing like an Ask the Expert call or a webinar to answer common questions about some of the pain points people in the group are experiencing. Because you are a tax advisor, maybe something in a post by the name of, or the phrasing of, how small businesses can save tens of thousands of dollars each year in taxes would be a fairly compelling webinar to create or a teleseminar to create. And the trick to make sure that your post really stands out is that LinkedIn favors posts that are active, because you saw there the most active post here had 57 comments and it was listed right there on the front page when you logged in. With this in mind, once you made the post, you can click on the like button to make sure that you like your own post. Then, after you go ahead and do that, post a follow-up comment to that post to append additional information to that post that is relevant to that conversation. This creates a activity level on the post and immediately raises its visibility, which encourages other people to really do the same and participate in that discussion point. Finally, you can also attach a link to the post. Normally, you would include a link to your profile, but in this case, since you are hosting a webinar or a teleseminar, you can include a link to the registration page for that call or that webinar. And if we go ahead and we do that just for the 2 groups that we spoke about, you're already going to get in touch with over 200,000 people in your targeted market that joined a group with the key phrase small business in it. So pretty soon you're going to see people registering for your webinar or teleseminar, especially if it's a topic that is of interest and relevant to the members of those groups. And if you take away a step back, look at how powerful this is. Literally within minutes, I showed you how to get in front of over 200,000 targeted prospects without spending a dime on advertising. It would take you maybe 5 to 10 minutes to do this without spending a dime on advertising. Again, I mean, try to get that from your local newspaper. It's just not going to happen. Now, another alternative way to get activity and to really show your market expertise, your subject matter expertise to the people in the group is that you can also comment, like we said, on somebody else's existing post. Post and really comment on those discussions. This is critical because LinkedIn does not allow you to invite somebody to your network unless you've had at least an initial interaction with them, and commenting on somebody's post counts as an interaction. Because you're a fellow member of the group, your request to add somebody to your network is far more likely to get accepted versus a blind request for connection. In summary, using LinkedIn groups enables you to quickly get in front of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, in this case, whom are your target prospects, and also enables you to position yourself as a subject matter expert, market leader, thought leader in your domain of expertise. What could really be better than that? I hope you've enjoyed this video. Now, what I want you to do is one simple thing. If you follow the mantra that we do at Social Media Marketing University, which is listen, learn, and implement, what we want you to do is please go and apply what you've learned in this video and come back and post your results below. You can also post your comments as well. This has been John Paul Souza from Social Media Marketing University signing off. Remember to post your results and comments below. Thank you very much, and have a great week.